Have you ever used a bag of trash as equipment for doing string frictioning? How many packs of trash do you think you can endure? The weight of 10 packs or even 20? For those people who answer more than 10 packs, congratulations! You are either a string frictioning senior or you don't even know how heavy is your bag of trash at home is. According to the statistics provided by the Hong Kong government in 2021, the weight of domestic waste in Hong Kong is around 6,992 tons per day, which is the largest source among all categories. The second and third comes with commercial and industrial waste, and the overall construction rates, which is around 4,365 and 3,646 tons per day, respectively. Lots of effect can be attributed to this trash. For example, the ocean and soil be polluted. This research aims to determine how much waste is produced by a sampling of Hong Kong households and how can the waste be reduced.
To find out the answer, we examined the waste produced by 4 households in 7 days. The waste were differentiated into 5 categories: food, plastic, paper, metal, and other waste. Their weight was recorded each day. They were measured by kitchen scale or other equipment for measuring the weight. And here are the results. Comparing to the data of Environmental Protection Department, the domestic waste produced by a person per day in our research was less than the number in Environmental Protection Department. In addition, we found that food waste had the largest proportion among the 5 categories. Then, it was plastic, paper, and other waste, while metal waste was the smallest proportion. In order to find out the reason behind that, we interviewed 1 member in each household. There were 4 participants in total. We asked questions about the reason to produce waste, an attitude to several waste-reducing solutions. Then we try to explain the result and give recommendations to reduce domestic waste based on the views of participants.
Very often, like about once or twice a week. When I am at home, I'm just too lazy to cook. Almost every day, because my family is busy, I have no time to cook.
Well, not too often, maybe like once or twice a week. Well, I also eat only when I really have no time to cook or when I really don't want to.
Throw all the rubbish inside the paper bag, just visit the service and throw the bag outside. I will just throw them as usual rubbish.
Well, usually I just throw away the package because it's quite inconvenient to recycle it.
Metal, plastic, paper, and glass.
Well, like paper, metals, plastic, glass, and maybe also batteries.
It's inconvenient for me to separate waste and take them to do recycle bin, so I shouldn't do it. No, because it's a trouble to do that. I don't want them to do it because it is quite difficult to do. I think reduce the use of the plastic bag or some plastic containers may help for the waste problem.
Well, I suppose it needs to improve I would say somehow likely to improve the surfaces. I mean, the surfaces to fix those things, because if they can work longer, then we will buy less and will less.
We can develop more efforts to reuse the waste.
According to our result, the large proportion is food waste, which is almost close to 60%, and then is plastic waste, which is followed by 20%. It's not difficult to connect it to our daily life. We eat every day, and many daily items use plastic. Drink bottles, disposable tableware, and some snack packing. They all include plastic usually, and take a long time to break down. In our experiment, we can also see some special cases. For example, some families do not cook at home. Household 2 do not produce any cooking waste in the total 7 days measures. Similarly, family 4 only produces a total of about 0.1 kilogram in 7 days. In our interview, Our interviewee gives some reasons, maybe having no time to call. This alone will make the numbers measured by each household vary widely. A lot of rubbish is common in the measurement process, which may not be really rubbish. They may be able to be used or recycled. But why? Inconvenient, terrible, and difficult to do that, our interviewee said. It feeds our intuitions. When we finish our drink, the can or bottles naturally are thrown into the rubbish bin. Of course, this has some limitations. We can only count some of the rubbish that is generated frequently. Some large rubbish such as furniture cannot be counted in a few days, so there is a high probability that each household produces more rubbish than our expectation.
In this observation, we find that, on average, half kilogram of waste is produced daily for each household. They usually throw the rubbish like plastic bottles and cans into the rubbish bin because they think it's not easy to separate them. However, if the waste is non-recyclable, like food waste, they will be left with as little as possible. This is a surprise result of the waste produced, which is less than we estimate, but sadly they don't have waste recovery habits. Keeping the waste produced as little as possible is our responsibility. All of us live on this planet Earth. If the rubbish won't fill the land and the sea,